There was a Chortkov Chassid who came to the Rebbe and he said, Rebbe, my father-in-law stopped davening Shachris. Rebbe says, can't be. I know your father-in-law. He's a great Chassid. Can't be. He said, I'm telling you. I followed him a few days. He doesn't daven Shachris. The Rebbe says, it can't be. You know what? Follow him around a little more. Maybe he's going to a different meaning than he used to. But if in fact you see that he doesn't daven, tell him that I want to speak to him. So this Chassid really follows his father-in-law and he sees that the guy doesn't daven. So he goes to him and says, the Rebbe wants to speak to you. So he goes to the Rebbe and the Rebbe talks to him a few minutes and he says, tell me, what's going on with Shachris? He says, Rebbe, I'm an ish emes. I realize that when I daven, I don't have any kavana. And Chazal have a language. Tefillah belo kavana, keguf belo neshama. It's meaningless. You daven without kavana, it's as if you did nothing. So why should I do it? I'm an ish emes. And since I see I have no kavana, it's true, I stop davening. So the Rebbe says, I see. Davening kavana is very, very important. But you know, what goes on up there? A person goes to daven and he didn't have kavana. HaKadosh Baruch Hu takes his chart and he writes a big fat 0. The following day, this guy comes to daven again and again. No kavana. HaKadosh Baruch Hu takes his pen and writes another 0 right next to it. The following day, no kavana, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu adds another 0. The following day, another 0, another 0, but. God forbid somebody is sick in the family. You have a job interview tomorrow. A shidduch. Then one davens with kavana. What happens on that day that finally the person had kavana when he davened? HaKadosh Baruch Hu takes his pen and writes 1. Strange thing. It's a pasuk in Tehillim. Perek Pei Zayin, pasuk Vav. Listen to David HaMelech. David HaMelech testifies and says, Hashem yispo bichsoiv amim. Ze yulad sham sela. Hashem counts, Hashem yispo, in the script of the nations. And he will say, this was born there. What does that mean? The script of the nations? That's from left to right. Our script is from right to left. Hashem reads and writes from right to left. But when it comes to math, Hashem Yisbo, he counts in the script of the nations. Interesting, he goes from left to right. So what happens to all the zeros? 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. But then you have one day that you have kavana, there's a 1 to the left of it. Now all those zeros became 1 million good davenings. So keep davening. Even on those days that you don't have kavana, keep davening. Because one day you will have kavana and that will elevate all the other bad tefillos along with it. This sounds like a very cute drush achasidish avot. However, the Me'am Loyes in Parshas Bereshis, Daf Kuf Chav Dalet, brings from the Zohar HaKodesh that the Malach waits to see if one davens appropriately, and when one does, he takes along with it all the not such good tefillos that he had before. The same thing writes the Yavitz, that he can take up some tefillos that were stuck there and were hovering around from a few years ago. Kavayasha writes the same thing. Shevet Musa writes the same thing. Pele Yoetz, an erech called Kavana, writes the same thing. So keep davening, even though today you don't think you're going to have a Kavana. You started and you don't really have such Kavana. Keep davening. One day you will have a Kavana, hopefully soon, and that will elevate all the other tefillos along with it.